Hey, what is up guys? This is Eric with OzoneTCG. Today we're taking a look at some world premiered cards as well as the world premiere theme for the TCG version of Battles of Chaos. If you like this kind of content, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get right on into the video. So first off, we have probably the coolest non-theme card of these revealed. It is Dragonbite, a dark insect that's level 4 and a tuner. If this card is normal summoned, you can special summon a level 4 lower insect monster from your hand. Really good card for bee troopers, it seems like. It's on a normal summon only, it's not special summon either. But it is really cool. It does, I think it will help them. I think they probably play this, and you can also synchro summon with it into this, plus Resonance Insect into a level 8 synchro. Really cool card. Yeah, or you can link some with it. You can banish a level 4 lower insect monster from your hand, graveyard, or face up, and target a face up monster you control. Increases the level by the level of the banished monster to the end of the turn. Also a really strong card, actually. A really strong effect, rather. You just banish Resonance Insect from your hand. You also don't even need to use the normal summon effect if they negate just that effect or whatever. That seems really strong. I think B-Trooper will definitely like this card. I like this card already. Being able to banish Resonance Insect and then Resonance Insect mills anything is going to be incredibly strong. It also has 1,000 attacks, so that does combo with Salamangreat El Mirage. This card seems really good, definitely fitting in Ultra Spy, and especially since it's a tuner as well. I'm excited to see how B-Trooper plays into this card. This is really good, actually. It's impressive. Usually these cards aren't great, but this is a really good start. Alright, next up we have Flower Dino. Dinosaur, Earth, level 4 as well, 2,000 attack, 0 defense, cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned by its own effects. You can't reborn it. You can only use it by its effect. You can only use each effect once per turn. If you activate a trap card or effect, or your opponent activates a spell card or effect. So if they use Pendulum Scale effects, or they use a face-up, Chuche for example, it's already face-up as a trap card. You can special summon this card from your hand, and if the card is sent to the graveyard, you can target 3 banished spells or traps, place them on the bottom of the appropriate decks in any order, then draw 1 card. That's kind of cute. You can recycle some of your banished cards. You can also interrupt your opponent's banished cards if they interact with those in any way. You can also use this. It's like an Altergeist Multi-Faker effect where you use infinite impermanence and special summon this from the hand. Usually they're not going to clear that turn 1 either. So that's pretty nice. And then the graveyard effect, like I said, the drawing cards is, I think, the best part. This reminds me of the card Flower Bot. It draws a card that places a card from your hand to the bottom of the deck. It's a level 3 Earth plant. That's really cool, or maybe it's level 4, I'm not sure. But I think this is the same thing. This is also searchable with Fossil Dig. Yeah, I think this card's pretty cool too. I'm interested to see what this would be played in. Yeah, I guess we'll just have to see. Then we have Rock Scales, a level 5 water. It's a fish, 2,100 attack, 1,600 defense. This card is special summon. You can target an other face-up monster on the field. Equip that face-up monster to this card. Okay, so it does not destroy. I'm sure sharks can use this to just take a monster the opponent controls. It seems pretty good, actually, even just as a one-of. At the start of the damage step, if this battles an opponent's monster of the same type and attribute as the monster card equipped to this card by its effect, you can destroy that opponent's monster. Okay, so the catastrophe effect, it's not great. You can only use each effect of Rock Scales once per turn. It's really the first effect. That's really strong removal. I know this is also generic too. I'm pretty sure Abyss Keeper can summon this. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at that really quickly before we continue on with the next cards. That would seem really powerful if you could just use any two water monsters to summon Abyss Keeper and then go from there. Yeah. If it's linked summon, you can special summon a fish monster from your hand to a zone this card points to. You can target one other fish monster you control and 1 card your opponent controls banishes cards. Yeah, so Abyss Keeper, if you just play any water monsters in your deck, even a deck like 10, you could play that. Not that you would necessarily. This is really good generic support because you can just go, link summon your rock scales from the hand, and then suck up an opponent's monster. Seems like a really strong effect. Next we have the Great Double Casted Caster. Looks like it's a level 8 light spellcaster fusion. Requires any 2 non-effect monsters. You could use Link Monsters, Xyz, Gemini Pearl, Monk of the Tenyi, Berserker of the Tenyi, couple of synchros that you may want to play with this land for Link. This is another Link monster. Gains attack equal to the combined original attack of any Ritual, Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, or Link monsters used as fusion material for this card. So you use Monk of the Tenyis, 2 of them, it gets 2,000 attack. Okay, pretty straightforward. This card can attack directly. Also straightforward. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target one of your non-effect monsters that is banished or in your graveyard, special summon it. Can only use each of the effects, or you can only use this effect once per turn. Okay, so it just floats. Seems okay. Might be useful more so in common charity, because Tenyi can play, like non-effects. I don't know if you necessarily would, but it's another option. So that's pretty cool. I forgot to mention the Dino card. You can use that probably in common charity too. It might even be better in that format as well, because these seem to be mostly commons. We have Sol and Luna. Ultra rare, quick play spell. Okay, target a monster you control in the opponent, a monster the opponent controls. Apply the following effects on each monster depending on its battle position. Face up, change it face down. Face down, change it to face up defense position. Okay, so and you can only activate 1 per turn. So it's like a weird Book of Moon effect. Interesting. I don't think that's great though. I don't, because it requires setup too. I just don't see a reason to really play that, especially if you're going to. I don't think you can target a Link monster with this, so you can't put it face down. You do have to change each of them, and I don't think you would really want to use it in your own deck. But it might be cool in some side strategies like crawlers or something, because you can flip your monster up. So yeah, I mean maybe that's what it's for. I don't know. Okay, then we have the Libromancers. So we already know Libromancer, Geek Boy, and the field spell was revealed last night. But we're still going to go ahead and go over it really quickly. We have Libromancer, Magic Girl, level 4 water spellcaster. Looks like it's more of a defensive monster. You can reveal a ritual monster in your hand, special summon this card from your hand. Okay, pretty straightforward. During your opponent's turn, quick effect, you can ritual summon 1 Libromancer ritual monster from your hand by attributing monsters from your hand or field whose total levels equal or exceed its level. You can only use each effect once per turn. So you can just special summon or normal summon it if you really wanted to, and be able to ritual summon during the opponent's turn if they have a lot of on-field effects, or if they get more on-field effects. The rituals, that is, in future support, I think this card is going to be really, really strong. Geek Boy searches any spell. That's a Libromancer spell, which the field spell, of course. Yeah, I think this card is really good. I'm excited to see these guys because they are. Geek Boy is a psychic. And he just went to 3 as of the recording of this video. These look really cool. And then Libromancer Agent. Okay, this is kind of big. The level 6 warrior. Looks like it's Earth. Again, mostly defensive. You can reveal a ritual monster in your hand, special summon this card from your hand. You can target a Libromancer card in the graveyard, except Libromancer Agent, add it to your hand. Then if you added a spell or trap by this effect, place 1 card from your hand on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so just recycles just all of your cards. All right, so again, not too bad. You have to draw them, but I do think they just keep adding them because of Geek Boy. And since E-Telly's at 3, you can just go, E-Telly, Geek Boy. Geek Boy is gonna get whatever you need. Usually the field spell, and that field spell summon or gets any of your monster, and you can summon them usually for free. I do know that the rituals are level 3 and 6, I think, or 4 and 6, something like that. So Preparation of Rites is on the table. That's going to be really cool. So I'm excited to see what these. Unfortunately, it doesn't ritual summon, but I think you just Turbo Magic Girl in this case. These first 2 cards are really cool, and then we have Libromancer Firestarter, a Fire Cybers. Okay, I don't know why it's Cybers, but cool. You can ritual summon this with a Libromancer card. If it's ritual summoned by using a monster on the field, it cannot be destroyed or banished by card effects. Okay, very interesting that it can't be banished by card effects. So your Sword Soul, Supreme Sovereign Chunging cannot banish it. So you might be able to just keep this on the field. You really can't do anything about it, and then gains 200 attack and defense each time your opponent activates a card or effect while you control this monster with attack less than 3,000 in your monster zone. Okay, so it's alright. At least Magic Girl can just summon this on its own, because she is level 4, or Geek Boy, and plus Magic Girl, you can just go, Geek Boy, add the field spell. field spell, it's going to add Magic Girl because it's like a meltdown. Magic Girl, reveal this, and then Magic Girl is going to just ritual summon the opponent's turn and use Geek Boy, or herself. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I do like that. I do like where these cards are going. They also look cool. Yeah, so we'll have to see the other ones. Then we have Doom Broker. Okay, level 6 Fiend looks a little bit. These guys look a little bit like Magical Musketeers. Ritual summon this using a Libromancer card. Of cards ritual summon using a monster of the field. It can attack directly. Okay, that's fine. Each of the following effects once per turn during your main phase, you can set a Libromancer trap directly from your deck. Okay, so it's like Amazement. They can set some of their traps directly from the deck. Inflicts battle damage. Target a face-up monster the opponent controls. Shuffle it into the deck. Okay, so pretty good removal too. I think if they get another trap, I know they have one trap in this set. I think if they get another one, then that really is going to push them. But they also need on-summon effects to work with Magical, because you don't just want to like summon this on your opponent's turn because it's not really doing anything. But this seems like with future support, this card seems like it's going to be very, very strong. And then this is the ritual or the field spell that was revealed last night via the Battle of Chaos introduction video. First appearance. When it's activated, you can add a Libromancer monster from your deck to your hand with a different name than the cards you control. So you can't add a Geek Boy. You can't have a Geek Boy on the field and then add Geek Boy, which is okay. I think that's fine. Because like I said, you go Geek Boy, add this, and then add Magic Girl. That's the idea, because you see the character cards right on there. And then during the main phase, you can ritual summon a Libromancer ritual monster from your hand, which would be a monster from your hand or field who equal or exceed its level. So it's really powerful that it's a once per turn ritual effect. Now you can only use the effect. Oh, wait a minute. That is not once per turn. So during your main phase, you can ritual summon one Libromancer ritual. Yeah, that's not once per turn. You can only activate one of the fields per turn, so you can't get a multiple add, but you can keep using that ritual effect. That seems really, really strong. Especially with Doom Broker, you can keep cycling it. If you have it in the graveyard, ritual summon it. Ritual summon another broker from your hand by attributing that broker. That broker is going to grab you one. And you just keep looping it every turn, and then you can summon, say, another ritual like the level 3. That I didn't even see that was not once per turn at all. That seems really, really strong. Okay, so it'll be interesting if they get future cards that interact with that in some way. If it's like a multi-ritual kind of thing going on, like Necron would play 2 or 3 ritual spells to go into those monsters. We'll have to see if they really take advantage, because that seems incredibly strong for something like this, especially when you have ways of adding back all your cards. Yeah, that's gonna be kind of crazy. You can just okay, that probably should have been a secret with that kind of effect. Okay, cool. And then Libromancer Intervention. When your opponent activates a card or effect, target a Libromancer ritual monster you control, return to the hand. If you do, negate that activated effect and you can special summon a Libromancer from your hand or graveyard. Okay, so this card is just crazy. Unfortunately, you can bell that, or rather your opponent can, go spell that, but that's a very strong revival, especially because you can just set it from the deck for free. You do that every single turn. These cards seem very strong. I am very hyped to see what we see in Dimension Force with these guys, even if they only get, another wave in Dimension Force. We don't see anything else. These cards seem very, very strong with more support. As they are right now, I don't think they're going to be really meta compared to what we have right now, but I do think they will see play, at least as some kind of like engine, maybe with Dogma, because Dogma can do stuff with rituals now, especially because we have the new ritual monster and ritual spell, so that'd be really interesting. Yeah, I'm curious to see what these guys do. I like these cards. I think I'm going to pick them up. I don't think you could... Oh, I guess you could play Brave with them, because you can play E-Telly, and then Magic Girl, you don't have to worry about her restriction. Geek Boy, you don't have to worry about his normal summoning him if you summon him off E-Telly. Okay. Yeah, and then the rest are special. Okay, I think you can play this with Brave, and maybe even Dogma too. That seems really cool. I really like this deck. I think these are really good as a starting base for Wave 1. Not the craziest thing we've seen for Wave 1 of cards. I am excited to see the rest of these. But yeah, so those are some of the exclusives, or the world premieres rather. We had some OCG imports. They're not great. They're mostly normal monsters that we haven't had for a long time. Let me know what you guys think. I'm curious what you guys think about Libromancers specifically. I've been waiting for these guys to be revealed for a while. Yeah, let me know in the comment section below. I'll respond to you guys' comments. This is Eric with OzoneTCG. We'll see you in the next one.